So believe it or not, even in the age of now social distancing, doctors are warning parents about so-called super lice. While fewer cases are being reported, the infections are actually resisting treatment. Dr. William Mudd is a pediatrician with the Cleveland Clinic, and he is joining us now live with more on these cases. And doctor, this is something we just absolutely don't want to hear about. It is something, though, that definitely has affected these generations for years. Let's talk about the difference between super lice and just regular old lice, which we thought that was awful. How is this even worse?
One wasn't bad enough.
Oy.
Yeah, so head lice are tiny little bugs that live on the scalp. They're small parasites, and they actually feed from the scalp and infest the hair, and they can be very contagious in certain settings of close-to-close contact, which is why oftentimes kids are one of their common hosts. Super lice, on the other hand, similar to how bacteria have gained resistance over the years with exposures to antibiotics through evolution, super lice are lice that have become resistant to many of the over-the-counter medications that we use, including permethrin. So these lice are very difficult to treat and difficult to eradicate.
So how are you treating them at this point now?
So there are prescription medications that are useful and help eradicate. We usually will recommend for parents to try the over-the-counter medications initially, and then there are certain medications, ivermectin, some of which are just one oral dose, which can help wipe out the super louse.
Now, you see a lot of stuff online. I have two children. They are now grown up. They're teenagers and in college. And praise God, that was one thing that never went through my house. But I think for just being lucky, because for years, for maybe 10, 12 years or so, I had my kids shampoo with a shampoo. At the time, we got it at a Trader Joe's, and it had like eucalyptus and tea tree oil and another ingredient that I remember reading that was kind of offensive to lice. So we used it as a preventive. And I would tell the kids, shampoo with this, leave the conditioner in for a while till you're ready to get out of the shower, rinse it out. I felt like that kind of, it helped. We never had it ever. And having two kids and in close quarters and their locker mates had it, don't know how we didn't get it. I think that was one of the saving graces. Do you guys suggest doing stuff? And what can you do as a preventive measure to try to not get this in the first place?
Sure. So I can't speak to that, but I can speak to trying to limit head-to-head contact with children with lice. If there's like an infestation in your child's classroom, being certain to teach them not to share certain items like hats and scarves, making sure that we don't use or share combs or brushes between family members can be helpful. A lot of times we'll have difficult to eradicate cases and come to find out that a sibling or even a parent may have lice themselves.
Doctor, when do you have to call in the experts? There are professional services that will come to your house and help you, and even help you with the bedding and stuffed animals, and you know, it just then becomes a nightmare for families that have experienced that. Do you think that those outside sources can help?
It certainly can. It's really dependent on your level of resources. Anybody can get rid of lice, so it doesn't take a special service. You just have to make sure that you're treating the source by making sure the infestation is eradicated, and we've treated all family members that are infested. The other thing that we need to do is make sure that we're vacuuming carpet, we're vacuuming furniture, pillows, bedding, and make sure that we're washing bedding and other items that may have been in head-to-head contact where the louse could have spread, and make sure that we are cleaning them as well.
And in super hot water, I'm thinking, right?
Exactly. So with super hot water to ensure that we're killing the lice in their nets.
Just one more thing to think about in this coronavirus era, right? But that is reality, and it is every year. Doctor, we thank you for being with us today. Good luck. We appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Spending time with us. All right, so long. Dr. William Mudd with the Cleveland Clinic. All right.